preparing for first contact. We are always with you. February 3, 2017. Greetings from Sharman. We are so happy to meet with you again in this manner. I have been so very busy preparing for our first contact meetings that I have not communicated with you in what may appear to be a long time. However, we do not experience time in that manner that you do on third, fourth dimensional Earth. Therefore, we, your higher expressions of self, wish to remind you that we are always with you. All of Gaia's reality is in the midst of change. Unfortunately, before one can change, one must pull up the covers to see what is wrong. Your transmutation into the higher frequencies has begun. But just as a ship must be prepared for a long journey and disconnected from the dock, you too must prepare yourselves for your journey. Then, when you are fully prepared, you can disconnect from the familiar dock that has kept your ship in the safety of the harbor, and begin your journey out into the unknown of the great ocean. However, this ocean is an interdimensional ocean, and you will not be alone on this voyage. In fact, reality as you have known it will be joining you, and all the versions of yourself that have ever incarnated on the land that you are now leaving will serve as your crew members. Some of your crew will stay with you for your entire journey, whereas some members of your crew will leave the ship to enjoy different harbors. You see, your crew is the collection of all third, fourth dimensional expressions of yourself that you have ever been in all of your incarnations. Some of these crew members will stop at different ports, as they will have different things that they wish to learn and different tasks that they wish to complete before they join you later at your final destination. On the other hand, as some crew members stay at certain harbors along the way to gain what they need from that location, dimension, new crew members will join you. These new crew members will have a greater expertise of the increasingly higher dimensional seas that you will be traveling. You may well recognize these new crew members from the other times in your life when you needed support. Sometimes you called for this support, but other times the support was there without your even remembering that it existed. Of course, it was during the times when you felt cast adrift on the hostile sea, that certain members of your ascension crew suddenly arrived with unconditional love and multidimensional wisdom. There are many seas to cross, and many forms of ships that you can use to cross them. There are sailing ships, motorized ships, cruise ships, and starships. Our starships have been watching over you, our away team who chose to take an incarnation on ascending Earth. Yes, more of you than you may imagine are members of our crew, as well as leaders in our starships that are overlighting and protecting you during your now of great transmutation. It is also the now for you, the members of humanity, to realize that you are not alone. We, your higher dimensional expressions of self, are watching over you, and are also within you. In this manner, we can work through you to assist Gaia with her transmutation into her fifth dimensional expression. As you know, the darkest night is just before dawn, and many of our away team to Earth, as well as the many humans around your world, are burning the midnight oil during this dark night in search of the new dawn. What is occurring within you is that you are activating your fifth dimensional perceptions in preparation for your personal and planetary ascension. However, the forces of darkness are aware of this and are doing all that they can to distract you from your greater purpose. We, your higher dimensional expressions of self, wish you to know that you are moving into your light bodies in an invisible and superconscious manner. This transmutation is done invisibly and under the direction of your higher self because the darkness is moving into its final stand. The dark ones are like wounded animals that can be more dangerous because they are afraid. Fear creates an attitude of superiority because that person, actually, feels inferior. Fear creates a dogmatic, rigid stance because the biochemistry of fear turns off logical novel thinking and puts that person, and/or animal, into a state of defensive alert. The most difficult challenge is that fear is contagious. Therefore, if fear surrounds you, it is easier to take it on than it is to remember to transmute that fear with unconditional love and the violet fire. The now for your transmutational return back to your light body self is near. The forces of darkness are aware of this fact. Therefore, they are stepping up their power over others. Our starships have been watching over our away team to Earth, as well as all the humans and all the beings on Gaia's Earth body. However, it is the now for all of humanity to realize that they are not alone. We, your higher dimensional expressions of self, are watching over you, as well as working through you, to assist you to understand what is occurring on Gaia's transmuting planet. When you move into a new home, there will be some things that you will take with you. However, there are some things, situations, fears, and beliefs that you will not take with you as you move into your innate, light body self. As you know, the darkest night is just before dawn, and many of our away team to Earth, as well as many humans around your world, are moving through this dark night in search of the new dawn. We, the Arcturians, wish to remind you that this new dawn is within your own higher dimensional expressions of self. Therefore, many higher dimensional beings will be connecting with, and talking through, their human Earth representatives. From our perspective in the higher dimensions, as well as from our perspective from the myriad, cloaked starships that now surround Earth, we see a glorious awakening of light forging its way through the lies and deceit of the darkness. We can see now, especially in certain countries, that it appears that the darkness has taken over. However, it is the vision of that outer darkness that will assist you to look deep inside yourself to find, and activate, your own inner light. We also want you to know that you can call on us, your galactic family, to assist you. Since Gaia is a free will planet, we cannot assist her members unless they use their free will to ask for assistance. Of course, many of you ask for assistance while you are in your sleeping, night body. However, once you are awake to your 3D reality, you may not remember that experience. Some of you even ask your own higher self or your future self for assistance. Since we see no separation or difference between your many octaves of self, we will quickly assist you to whatever degree that you can accept our assistance. You may be confused by the above statement, but life in the third-fourth dimension can be very challenging, especially if there are fearful possibilities that you are facing. Because we know that many of you feel alone and frightened, we wish to remind you that we are here, watching over and protecting you. In fact, we remind you to use your active intention to look up into the skies and see that we are with you. First, we will begin by describing the term active intention. Then, we will describe the manner in which an intention and light language are the same. Neither an intention, nor a light language message, can be viewed by your physical perception. However, both your intentions, as well as your light language, can be sensed only via your higher fourth and fifth dimensional perceptions. In fact, both your intentions, as well as your light language, are quite visible to your fifth dimensional perceptions. However, neither intentions nor light language communicates via separate word, as they both project out their messages from the consciousness of sharing a mental picture and/or an emotional feeling. If the receiver of your message is comfortable with the feel of that invisible message, they will be drawn toward the source of the message. On the other hand, if they are uncomfortable with the feel of the invisible message, they will withdraw away from the source of that message. Humanity actually speaks and hears light language 1,000 times a day, but you are not aware of that fact because light language resonates to the frequency of fifth-dimensional gamma waves. Therefore, unless you are able to recognize, tune into, and accept gamma waves into your consciousness, you will not be able to consciously accept, read, interpret, or even be aware of the light language, or even the gamma waves that delivered it. On the other hand, you may be able to receive higher messages via your own higher states of consciousness, such as your fifth-dimensional consciousness. With this form of communication, your body will feel something, but may not be able to translate the words with the message. However, your body will easily be able to send your mind a picture, and/or an emotion, a memory or a bodily sensation. As you become familiar with your bodily sensations, you will eventually be able to recognize when your body is saying that there is an incoming message from a higher dimensional source. Then, as you become conscious of your bodily sensations of incoming messages from a higher dimension, You will know when you are being called from the higher dimensions. If you respond to this call by documenting your incoming, higher dimensional message, your physical body will create an alignment with your thoughts. Therefore, the sensation of your body that says, incoming interdimensional message, will instantly be sent to your brain to say, document this message now or you will forget it. If you listen to yourself and document these messages, your consciousness will come increasingly aligned with your higher dimensional hearing, thinking, and seeing. It is in this manner that you can recalibrate your perceptions to include fifth-dimensional, gamma-wave messages. Once your perceptions are recalibrated to include the conscious perception of fifth-dimensional stimuli, your life will totally change. You will realize that you are never alone, as your fifth-dimensional and beyond family and friends are always with you. We are always with you because we resonate to the fifth-dimensional now in which there is no time. Therefore, you do not need to wait for the right time to connect with the higher dimensions, as they are always there and available for communications now. In this manner, your journey home becomes conscious, and you never feel alone. You can always call your fifth-dimensional and beyond family and friends for comfort, guidance, and information. One of the first things that you will realize is how much you have missed these frequent communications. In the same manner, you may not realize how much you have missed a dear friend or family member until you greet them as they come off the plane. It is within the moment of reunion that you can fully realize how much you have missed your galactic family. We, your galactic family, remind you now that whenever you call out to us with your heart and mind, you will find that we are always there. In fact, you can also look up into the sky to see that we are always with you. Blessings. We, your galactic family, are always with you and are actively awaiting your remembrance of interdimensional communications. We say conscious communications, because we have many wonderful communications, and even meetings, which your third-dimensional consciousness cannot remember, yet. Fortunately, we do not miss you as much as you may miss us because we can consciously remember every communication that we have. Soon, you too will remember the higher dimensional conversations and frequent visits that we share with you, our dear friends who have volunteered to take an Earth vessel to better assist Gaia with her planetary ascension. Blessings from your galactic family. See you again soon. Channeled by Suzanne Lee. SuzanneLeePhD.blogspot.com